Oh, they're so cute.
I haven't.
Okay, we're streaming.
I can't see them.
What?
We're streaming, and then I'm gonna do this full screen, and then go live on.
I wasn't sure if we were live.
The
Here.
TikTok.
We're live everywhere but TikTok. I'm working on that still.
Okay. What about Instagram? Do we have
No,
capability?
we don't have enough followers for
Oh.
Instagram. I think they're also 1,000.
Oh.
Ooh.
I remember that actually used to be. Like, I feel like you were able to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Fandom. All right. What the fuck did we say in the other description? 911. 802.
802. Post episode chat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're super profesh and super prepared.
We're going on the fly, just like everything else that we do.
Tonight's episode. C is an 8.
Like a fucking gremlin. Ate in my chin.
And
No, it's all good.
I have a headache, but it's because I haven't eaten.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I had a
Alright,
singular
auto
a banana and a
screenshot.
singular slice of pizza.
Oh,
Leftover
no,
pizza
that's not
from,
enough.
like, wherever, whenever.
why isn't it letting me choose a fucking screen? It won't let me like go live until I put a cover.
Huh?
Oh, shit. Oops.
What?
Hold on.
Give me a fucking still from this episode to use.
Oh, hang on. I can find.
Or I can just screenshot us, I guess. Since that's what we're selling. I got it.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's us.
I
Oh,
was
so
gonna-
look up for a second. So I can take the screenshot.
Huh?
Just
Wait.
like, wait, oh god.
No, hold on.
Oh
I
my
can
God,
also
okay.
give you.
I got it.
You can just do
Okay.
this.
Save.
Oh my goodness.
That was so bad. I don't know what I
It's
did.
fine. We just need it. Oh my god, why are we saving to OneDrive? I literally never want you to do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, replace it. Thank you so much. Oh my god. It should not be this complicated. It's the title of my memoir.
Mm.
Why are you still saying we can't go live? I'm so confused. A camera source is required to ensure real-time interactions. Okay, fucking fine.
The last time I did acrylics, they fucked my nails.
Add source.
Or are
Okay,
you
can
talking
I-
to Nikki?
Can I
Yeah.
put this like behind shit? Or not? Oh, that's so stupid. So sorry that we're gonna have to see double me, but it'll be tiny, so
It's
hopefully that's
okay.
okay.
It's okay.
It's as tiny as I can make it.
Teeny tiny.
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 Tiny. Good lord.
Or are we suddenly giants?
We
We rewatched,
frames per
206.
second.
If you couldn't
Why
tell.
do I feel like they're kind of doing well? I'll save it for the. We're not live, right?
Yes.
We
We've
are?
been live.
I don't know.
I said we're live like a couple minutes ago.
Oh, I
You
thought
guys
you
are gonna
said
have
that.
to. We weren't live on TikTok, but now we are. Now we're live
Okay.
on all the things.
Nikki's here.
Nikki, hi. I can't see the chat, so you guys have to read it to me because I have this maximized.
That's a Rachel job.
I can.
Only because
that's
I
a-
can't
that's a
see
me
it
job.
either.
I know. I wish there was a way to make chats a little bigger for you.
Well, I can see it, but then I can't see you guys. So it's a lose-lose. It's a lose-win-lose. I don't know.
That's
Live
okay.
disconnect.
Hi, Nikki.
Why were you disconnected?
Love your
Who disconnected?
nails.
Hi.
Huh?
Where
Are we
did we
s- are we-
disconnect from?
TikTok.
Well, they don't let
But
me
it still
put that.
says live and it's still counting. So like, hey, look alive. Are we actually live?
Are we? Hello?
Hold on.
What if I just joined from me?
Oh, go see. I guess, yeah, look on
Yeah.
your device and see if we're actually. I have my iPad.
Yeah, we're good. It looks like we're fine.
Oh, we're there? Okay, well then who cares?
Yeah, we're there.
What's our motto?
Who cares?
Who cares?
But also, this is as good as it's gonna get.
Gonna get. That's Buddie System Pod.
That is
motto.
That is our motto.
Good enough. It's like, it's good enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
Nikki's just
that
acting
was-
like just watching us act like no one can see us. Well, you can see us, and that's what matters.
Well, that episode was
This
so fucking good.
I can't get over it.
It was so
It's like 2 incredible opening episodes in a row.
It's the best opening emergency we've had since the tsunami.
Hot take.
I'm sorry, it is.
That is a hot take.
Are you wrong?
What's your answer then?
I don't have
If
an
it's not
answer.
this.
I have to rewatch the fucking tsunami arc. I only watched it like once.
Oh, I'm not saying it's better than the tsunami arc. I said since the tsunami arc.
Oh, semantics. Okay.
No, those are
Fine.
different things. Those are
Nothing's
different. but-
topping the tsunami arc unless we are doing something on that level to Buck and Christopher. Again, I can't see myself being as like invested to the point that I was having heart palpitations and was screaming at the screen.
Mm.
Oh man. I mean, I definitely think that this has the scale
It
of the
does.
tsunami. With just how everyone is so affected. And like everyone is in go mode. So that feels kind of similar to me. I mean, you could say like, I guess the mudslide and the blackout kind of.
They aren't bad, but in terms of like, I mean, I haven't seen the No, I know. But like in terms of like pacing and like investment of the story, I feel like they're doing such a good job with these first 2 episodes. And like we're having so much fun too. Like they're doing the thing that we love about this show, which is, you know, balancing the funny, absurd shit with the serious, dramatic stuff.
Yeah, I think,
and all of it feeds into the character arcs. It's just so good.
I think the pacing was excellent in this episode because we were talking about while we were watching it that like it was ramping up the tension and then it lets you breathe for a second, but then it's like, oh wait, and it ramps up the tension again and it lets you breathe for a second. So it was this constant like fluctuation of the tension that was like expertly crafted.
Yeah.
I mean, recency bias, but whatever.
I'm sure recency bias. You could say that about everything though for us because this is we're 6 months in, so everything's kind of recent. I don't know.
So you were about to say something and you said you were going to save it, so I'm curious.
I don't remember. Oh no, wait. No, because like I feel like they're trying to, because I feel like the cruise ship arc from last season was kind of lackluster, but I kind of get it also like what they were trying to do, which was like the whole Bethina and like their storyline of not communicating and whatnot. But like I feel like I thought they were trying to like revamp it a bit with what they're doing. But I don't know how exactly. So
no, I think you're onto something because there's still this element that we have of them not being able to communicate because Athena's not able to reach through to Bobby, and a lot of times she's kind of the one to like shut it not necessarily like shut it down, but just kind of like end of conversation, move on. And I feel like this has the potential to maybe get Bobby and Athena to like over that hurdle of them sometimes being like not confrontational and not on the same page by like and I think that's what they were trying to do, like you said, with the cruise ship last season, but I feel like this is kind of setting it up in a better way because they've gone through like so much with um Amir in the last season and losing their house and Bobby losing his job. So they're kind of like really have to rely on each other. Like there are no distractions, which we see so much for them with them that they just kind of like, okay, there's an emergency. We've got to like focus on that. But in this case, like just like last season, they are the emergency. But they also have like nothing left to fall back on after that. Like once she lands the plane. Oh no. So we lost it.
You can add her back when she comes back, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Because I have to unfull screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. It just feels so mean because it's like you literally just burned this woman's house down. now you're gonna bring this man back from her past who killed her fiance.
Wait, and it just she's got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I forget what point in the episode it was. I was saying that, like, why can't I ever remember the guy's name? The guy who killed her fiance.
Oh, Dennis.
Dennis, yes. Okay. So Dennis and Athena are kind of mirroring, like reverse mirroring Bobby and Amir from last season, I feel like.
I think so too. Yeah.
Very interesting.
And when you put all of the stuff that like Athena has been through, Athena specifically, in the last season and now, water emergency, then fire emergency, now air emergency.
Is she the Avatar?
She might be the Avatar. All that's left is for her to master the fourth element. Oh no. Still says it's frozen.
What? Like to watch or for her to get back on?
Everything is frozen.
That's so weird. I can't like
I'm No, she just sent me a picture. Everything is frozen for her from I think StreamYard. Or where we're streaming from. So
oh my god, stop opening on that screen. Just trying to see if
so I'm
frozen
for her. It's not
okay.
It's just frozen for her.
Okay. I was concerned. I mean, I'm still concerned, but I don't know how to fix that. Did she try restarting?
I told her to close everything out and hop back in.
Cause like, I mean, your video's a little blurry, but like
it always is.
So it was fun while we were watching the episode. Actually, how would I know? You were this big on the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Poor Athena. But yeah, there were just so many good moments of levity in this episode. Except for Buck. It was just going through it in his head. I can't wait to see him spiral. I love to watch that man spiral.
And it's so funny. It's so funny seeing him just like going through it, and everyone else is like,
just like literally dancing.
Scylla's doing a
doing the fucking apple dance. Okay, good.
Yeah. So hopefully Scylla will be back with us briefly.
They should be back in the building with us, where she belongs.
Back in the building again.
There any articles?
I haven't seen any yet. But I haven't looked in the last like 5 minutes. I know I don't want to like talk too much about it without Syl.
I know. What did you guys think about the episode? What are your thoughts?
Give
us an emoji.
8. Yes,
we know what the toothbrush is for now. I mean, actually, let me pull up those emojis. I looked at it and I was like, Bryn dead. I don't know.
Oh, I'm remembering.
What else was there?
There was the dancing lady and the dancing man, which
was okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And Eddie and Chimney.
Right.
There was I don't remember all of them. There was the cowboy riding a horse, which is like, let's saddle up.
Okay.
The Hot Shots guy's catchphrase.
Oh my god, Bobby hates him so bad.
Whatever.
The fact that Bobby just does not care if that man gets injured. He's like, I literally don't give a fuck, whatever.
Yeah, because normally he would be so like, no, you have to stay safe and far away. He's just
but it's like, he doesn't care because he needs to get to Athena, but also he's like, I literally just can't with you.
I don't have the brain space
to deal with whatever
this
Hollywood woo-woo is going on there. Oh my god, the Eddie Diaz's cat's Twitter account is always the MVP. Oh my god. Hold on. Can I put this on the screen? I mean, I guess I could just slide it on top of us instead of sharing another screen. Eddie Diaz as cats. Yes, thank you. Wyatt hate me. Ah, okay. TikTok.
Yeah, I really do want to know what everyone else's reactions are, because like I was trying to scroll through Twitter a little bit during the commercials, but like, could only see so much.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do another input once we're already live.
That's okay.
That's fine. I'm just going to put it on the screen for a second because you guys need to see this if you haven't already. Because it's perfection. And everything that this account does.
Touches is gold.
Oh, it's so good. Oh. You can't see it, can you, Rachel? Because you're not looking at the TikTok thing, are you?
What happened?
Syl, you're back.
You're back.
Almost.
Yeah, let me just finish eating because this is just messy and I don't.
That's fine. I was just full on eating one of my muffins that I made today and then forgot existed. But yeah,
no, I don't see it. And I'm looking at the feeds.
Oh, I took it off here. Oh.
Rude.
How do they find the perfect thing every time? Like,
Where is it? I can't see it.
Oh, because I'm sharing a specific window. Goddamn. I'd have to pull it up on the other. It's fine. Go to Diaz as Cats on Twitter.
I was just saying, just send it to me on Twitter.
Oh, okay. But I'm trying to tell the people.
Oh.
Since I thought I was showing it to them. Yes.
Oh.
Was too busy looking at it to see if they could actually see it or not.
Fair.
My bad.
Where was that post with the emojis? Do you remember who tweeted that? I know it's one of the people with screeners.
I just look up like tonight's episode 911 and it should like pop up probably pretty easily, pretty quickly.
Well, it was giving me stuff from like season 6.
Season 6? Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't
search. Oh my god, this fan art's so pretty. I'm really annoyed that you can't add an input once you're already streaming. I guess the workaround is to screen share on here because that's what I'm...
Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, we'll decide if we want to be just streaming my Twitter feed. That's perfect. Someone put like a pride flag on top of that dancing clip.
Oh, amazing.
So real. Just all the gays having a gay dance party. That's what you have to do when you're homophobic boss. Get sent to the hospital with a bad concussion.
Yep. You celebrate.
Oh my god. This was so
What?
What? I'm sending it to our group chat. Hold on. Maybe you guys already saw it. I mean, I've been gone for a minute.
I haven't looked at much. I literally saw the Eddie going down the pole on the Eddie Diaz's Cats post and looked at that for like 2 straight minutes.
Okay, maybe not.
Oh!
I just thought about okay, so this is a Lottie tweet. Just thought about the potential of this being Eddie watching the widowed dad and his son reunite and hold each other after the plane is out of surgery. And he can't turn his eyes away because he knows he can't go home and hug his own baby. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm so fine.
I'm not fine.
Give them their child back. I know it's only been 2 episodes, but it's not funny anymore.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
Someone tweeted, the saviors of this episode are erectile dysfunction and autism.
Yeah, that little kid, when he went up there, I was like, yes, one of ours. He got the airplane's autism. I'll give you 3 guesses what kind I have. There's and like 4 more plushies right in front of me. And can I just say, I love the fucking trend in the Buddy fandom right now of Spider-Buck. And
yes,
Eddie Daredevil. But the perfect one to me is Human Torch Buck and Spider-Man Eddie. Someone's doing a social media AU of that right now. That's actually really good. Actually, who is doing that?
Oh, I think I had it somewhere.
It's not finished. That's why I haven't sent it to you yet. Sorry, I'm looking at Julie's tweets. Is it this one? No. So many Spider-Man ones. That's another one. Someone wrote a 25K Spider-Buck Daredevil Eddie fic.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Just keep it coming. I just think it's hilarious that like I have these niche ships and somehow just other people who I don't know, I'm assuming already shipped or adjacent like knew of these things, but everyone's creating content for it. So God bless. It's catering specifically to me and my interests.
I don't know why I'm so like laggy.
I don't know either.
My video. Hang on one second. Let me see.
I have every single social media AU I ever see booked. Marked.
Sorry to leave you by yourself for a second. I'm still here, I promise.
They left me.
No, I'm here.
Well, I've had problems.
You did have problems.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, my video is very laggy, unfortunately.
Well, it's better than just one of us being on camera.
I'm back. I just had to close it out and did you try turning it off and on again? Oh.
Yeah, we have to, for the people watching on TikTok, we have to screen share, like basically put the input of like, hey, look at this.
Very like,
like that little, why there's two of me, like there's a little me in the corner is because you have to have a real video feed for a live. But like, we want to see all of us. And if we did like a straight live, you would only see one of us and the other two would have to join by voice. So we're hacking the system by screen sharing the tab of StreamYard where we're streaming everywhere else. So
don't give away the secrets.
I'm just trying to explain to people on TikTok that's why you two might be like laggy or blurry.
Yeah.
Because you're probably fine on the other ones. It's just here. Because you're seeing what my screen sees.
Yeah. Okay, so now that all of us are back, shall we get a little more into our
thinky thoughts?
Our thinky thoughts, reactions to season 8, episode 2, and also episode 1, because they are connected. And what
are connected.
I really want to know what everyone else has thought of it. Like, what did you say earlier, Han? Like, send little emojis.
I said send an emoji. Or like a number. 1 through 10.
Ooh. What would you give it? 1 through 10. Or maybe 1 through 5. That might be easier.
Yeah, that might be easier. I'm trying to think if I have any critiques.
A 4?
Well, yeah, because I don't know how this is going to end. So right now it's sitting at a 4.
With the potential to go up.
With the potential of going
I
up.
think they're going to land this, so I'm going to give it a 4.8.
Ooh, I was thinking like a 4.75. Don't ask me why, just completely arbitrarily.
Yeah.
With, I guess, also like with opportunity to go up a little bit, because
I thought you were going to say with opportunity to grow.
Opportunity to grow, to climb in altitude.
My pun was not appropriate, so I've got to keep it to myself. Just use your imaginations. Not the content of this episode. I can't believe they did that. That was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think the show is at its best when it is combining the silly goofy. I know we already said this like a couple of times, but when it's combining the silly goofy, which is like you see them just like having fun with each other and like being friends and family, and you combine that with the emergencies and the big things that are like pushing the story and narrative further. So I think it's an auspicious start.
Ooh, auspicious. It's kind of really hitting the nail on the head of like the kind of like best of 911 kind of stuff. And it's interesting too because like so much of it is like self-referential, right? And
which is hilarious.
I mean, of course, like the hot shots stuff is going to be meta commentary about the whole like, well, it's not real. Well, you want it to look real, and then we go into some of the grossest medical stuff I think we've seen on this show.
Try to enjoy my muffin and forget that ever happened.
Sorry. But just like emphasis on the it looks real. And like major props to the makeup departments, the effects departments, like
it was disgusting. Whoa. Great job.
In the best way. Fantastic.
I mean, it was supposed to be disgusting, so you did your job beautifully. Which seems like a weird thing to say about something that was so viscerally upsetting.
Yes.
None of us could look at it. I think we were all like trying to. Yeah. I looked back too soon.
Like peeking through my fingers. I was just like, I need to know when to look through, and also like my morbid curiosity, but also like, no, thank you.
I can deal with a lot of gore. For some reason, it's just the broken legs. Whenever the bone is actually broken, and somehow normally it's like when it's sticking out, it's the worst. But this was somehow
because it's what you couldn't see.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah. Sil, you said before we got on that you had thought, but you wanted to save it. Do you remember?
I thought what the comparison that I made?
I don't know. You said you just wanted to save it until we hopped on, and then you had technology stuff.
No, so I think it was the comparison that I made before I got cut off. The Bobby and Athena. Do you want me to? Do you want me to mention?
Can you repeat it for me? Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can string some words together. Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay. So like I was comparing the Athena storyline between this arc and then the opening emergency from season 7. So that being that cruise ship, which not everyone liked, I guess. I don't know. And like I feel like they're like revamping it again, or like doing kind of like a sort of kind of reboot because like of the communication. Well, you were talking about communication, which I didn't think about because there is lack of communication. So like there was lack of communication in the season 7 opener, but there's lack of communication here, even though they are desperately trying to communicate. So I don't know. I just think the stakes are. Well, I'm not gonna say the stakes are higher. They've been high.
1,000 feet.
Sorry. Or they're. I don't know how many feet under the ocean because technically that did capsized, right? So.
It did.
But
quite epically, dear Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just going through it, and they still can't communicate. Really, but I think like this emergency,
quite literally right now.
Yeah, quite literally right now. And I just feel like this emergency is actually. I think I like this one better than the cruise ship. I know why they did it for their storylines. I understand it, but I feel like this is just more
like
better.
I also felt like that one was so insular, and it was 3 episodes in a 10 episode season, and it just felt like not enough. Like I know we talked about this in our season 7 wrap, but I felt like not enough happened, like came out of that, I guess, like to progress their story forward for it to make sense to me. Was it was it fun to watch? Yes. Am I gonna rewatch it a lot? No.
Probably not.
Every time I go back to like rewatch season 7 stuff, I start on 4. I'm so sorry.
I have to at least start on 1 because of the
episode 4
that
yeah,
Buck and Eddie have. Like, they have stuff in that first episode. And then I'll skip the other 2.
You know, I haven't actually done like a full season 7 rewatch. So I've only seen the cruise ship arc once. But I think I like this way better.
Yeah.
And just like how they're balancing everyone's storylines is like kind of excellent. The absolute joy of maiming Gerard mixed with,
oh my god,
absolute like, what did I do? Did I save him? Did I not? Mixed with the absolute like terror and chaos of the airplane and Bobby. But it's done so well, and I'm really excited for how they like conclude this a little bit. I think it looks, just from the preview for next week, it looks major. Major.
That's so even when a lot of things were happening. Oh, that's, I mean, interesting. We were talking about how the pacing felt good for us, but you know,
wait, who said
subjectives? Mila Ponders is pondering about how it felt slow, even when a lot of things were happening. But the dancing was really funny. Yes, the dancing
was fantastic.
Hilarious. I have it literally on loop on this screen. So if you see me looking that way, that's what's happening. Yeah, it is the new Apple dance. And
oh, for season 7. I thought she was talking about the
thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, the first so yeah, the pacing was weird because like I feel like if it had been a full season, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But because it was such a condensed season, and like I know we talked about this in our season 7 wrap episode, but like how they probably already had those written and you know, and then yeah. So, and then once you invest all the money to do that, you gotta do it. And I mean, it looks great. It looks great. And like, I mean, I love Mom and Dad in an emergency. I love watching Dad like do his thing when it was like capsized and he had to like basically be Spider-Man. That was awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to see what Dad does next week.
Yeah, because he's already so like, he's so done with everything surrounding the Hot Shots thing. And so on top of him just being like, whatever, like not even concerned about this actor's safety, you know, just like hopping on board the fire truck that he's stealing from set. And that paired with like, it's Athena. It's his wife. Like, he's gonna do whatever it takes. He is going to, like, he will move mountains if he can. And if we know Bobby Nash at all, those mountains will move.
I love that the little preview clip we got, he's telling people to get out of the cars. Like, they're not even trying to clear the cars. He's like, yo, fuck your cars. Fuck the infrastructure. I don't give a shit.
The city will pay for it.
My God. I wonder if someone could do like a cost analysis and compare like the Avengers infrastructure costs to
911s.
911s. I mean, to be fair, they're showing up to emergencies. Yeah. But sometimes they are the emergency.
Mm-hmm.
So
specifically the 118 because they're a little cursed.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my gosh, just I'm trying to like go through everything that happened in this episode, but I'm just kind of like, there was so much, but it was so good. All I know was it was good.
I mean, the whole episode, we were like, this is so good.
Yeah.
I was laughing really, really hard. I was very, very stressed. I was all the emotions.
It kind of ran the gamut there, which is what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to know, like, after this emergency passes and like Buck has a chance to calm down and kind of just be like, okay, wait, what did I do? What's happening? Like when they find out the stuff about Gerard, because like we kind of know that he's not gonna die, right? And just like how he has to deal with that.
Did she get cut off?
You just cut out for like whatever you just said. Just repeat it, please.
I just said like because we know Gerard isn't gonna die. So I want to know how Buck, like after this emergency passes, you know, and like the adrenaline comes down a little bit, how he's gonna deal with it, deal with everything. I want to see that so bad. Like I have some ideas, but I just like I want to see it play out.
Let me finish trying.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't know. Like, I think Gerard's just gonna like come to and be like, "Yeah, I guess he saved me. He's a good fireman. Let's go golfing." I don't know. like,
like is Gerard gonna feel like this weird sense of like, you know?
I feel like we did talk about this kind of like a weird sense of okay, well, I actually. Like maybe he'll like actually like care about Buck slightly. I feel like it was one of my crack theories. I'm like, oh great, now he's gonna get attached to Buck.
Well, he's
and Buck doesn't want that. And then there's like that whole factor with like Tommy being like the whole jealousy thing. Being jealous of Buck for getting the attention of both captains. So
just thinking about Oliver Stark's word choicing in that article that came out a couple days ago about how it was something about how Tommy is not jealous of Eddie and Buck. It was like the way it was worded. We were like, so there's someone's jealous. There's some jealousy happening. It's just not that specific combo.
Right.
So it would actually make sense because I don't think he actually cares that much about Buck and Eddie. But yeah, seeing Buck get like attention and maybe even potentially praise.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Oh, no.
No, and the thing is Buck is going to complain about it. He's like, I'm not understanding why I actually wanted to hurt him because he actually did say he wanted to hurt him.
Yeah.
So he's going to complain about it and then Tommy's going to be like, you're getting praise for it. Like, what the fuck? I wish I had praise for it, basically. That's what I think anyway. And then what else?
I'm also thinking about Oliver's wording on another article. He's also slippery, so like can't trust that man. It's like I need a cipher for how he phrases things, but there was
it's a little
another
like Taylor Swifty Easter egg stuff.
Yeah. So there
Slightly.
was one article where he specifically worded it like Gerard isn't going to react in the way a normal person would. So I was like, what does that mean?
That's sketchy.
Ooh, interesting.
Because there's so many different ways a normal person could react to that situation.
Yeah, you could be like, oh my gosh, let me like, turn over a new leaf sort of thing.
Yeah.
Let me, shower you with like gratitude or something.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, and we don't know him well enough to like we don't know Gerard well enough to be able to anticipate it. So
should be interesting. I'm hanging on to that specific, this is like meaningless, but I just think it would be hilarious. The little crack theory that, was it Sam? I don't know. Someone on the timeline said something like, I'm gonna lose it if that puppet
starts talking
starts
talking to Buck. Yeah.
The golf club cover. Oh my god.
Like his guilty conscience or something. And I was like, please give it to me. That is unhinged shit. Like I need it. Like right now.
Oh my gosh.
Give it to me.
We did not put that on our bingo card.
No. Really should have put Buck spirals. Because he didn't last season. So
he's due.
It's his biannual.
His biannual.
Well, he was.
Yeah. Yeah. He was what?
I was gonna be like, he was spiraling about. It wasn't like a life or death situation.
Well, I mean, he was spiraling. That's true.
Just not the way we'd expect.
That's true. I think it's just because it's so condensed into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel as spirally as it normally is.
Which again, I think with like a longer season, if they had for 7, we would have been able to like let that breathe a little bit more and more explore it a little more fully, which I think is kind of what they're trying to do in this season, from everything that we've been reading in the articles. And it's just kind of like, and I love that because it does need like an opportunity to just kind of like be,
It's in the being. It's in the having.
It's in the having.
It's in the being.
We will never escape. Oh my god.
I don't subscribe to that shit for 911. No, it is in the having. Fucking give it to us.
They will.
It
may be clowning.
It's not in the having. It's in the being. No. I'm so certain that I'm like, it's not even clown makeup anymore. I don't know what it is. I've graduated too.
It's like tattooed on. It's permanent.
I don't know, guys. That episode 5 title.
Okay, wait. Can we
potential hiatus right afterwards so they can give us a little cliffhanger?
I think that's exactly what they're going to do, right? Okay, so like with jumping a couple ahead, because we got the episode 5 title, and that's called Masks. And we know from a lot of the press that they've been doing that like it's a very Buck heavy episode. I don't know if it's like a Buck centric like per se, but like Buck heavy, and it seems like they're having a lot of fun. So there's probably going to be like a lot of silly goofy stuff, which kind of tracks with what we're seeing here. Like they're balancing things very well. So if it's like a buck centric or a buck heavy episode and it's silly goofy and that's the Halloween episode, and we know 806 is a very Eddie heavy episode, so I think it'll leave off like on a little cliffhanger that will feed directly into 806. So that's like, people have been talking about masks like hiding the truth, or like truths coming like to the forefront, and it's just like really exciting because
there's so many. I mean, it's going to be one of those theme heavy episodes that we love.
Yeah, it's like masks in all forms,
all of the forms of masks,
like hiding parts of the self, hiding from yourself, becoming unmasked,
masking to fit in,
masking with like neurodivergencies, and
that's what I meant.
Which I mean,
yeah.
I think we're seeing a lot of that this season so far. I mean, this season it's been 2 episodes because like the little Jem, the little boy who's like so dialed in on the airplanes, like so easily read. Like come on. So yeah, I'm wondering if like with 805 with masks, it's gonna be a little bit of like what is it gonna mean for Buck? So that could have to do with like maybe Tommy and all of those like uncomfortable truths and the rose-colored glasses coming off, like literally like
that nice guy mask coming off.
And I think that's gonna lead to Eddie's episode. And I wonder what kind of mask that will be.
It's a mystery.
A mystery.
Who
knows?
I don't necessarily think that they're going to do this, but it would be really cool, even if it's not in this episode, if at some point they did actually do a neurodivergent storyline, and it doesn't necessarily have to be for Buck, because I think everyone here, the 118, is neurodivergent.
100%.
So like just 100%. Pick one. Just pick one, give us a neurodivergent late in life diagnosed with something, because I think that'd be a really cool, like they haven't done anything like that. We've done some mental health stuff, but we haven't done like neurodivergency.
That would be really cool to see. Like, really interesting. And such a fantastic topic for them to like cover, because I'm not sure how much of like network television has really like gone into that for established characters like that, No,
not normally for like late in life diagnosed. Like I can't even think of anyone necessarily off the top of my head, but like when we do get neurodivergency, like neurodivergent characters, they're normally like very stereotypical of what like their stereotypes of what people think those things are, or just like a couple of the symptoms when that's not how these things work.
Like thinking about the Big Bang Theory and stuff like that, but
The Good Doctor. Yeah, things like that. Which like, I mean, representation is important, but it's also important for that representation to actually represent those people, so that the people who aren't familiar with it don't get like a vision of it that is just a stereotype. So I think 911 could do a good job with it, so I would like to see it.
I think
it would be great with Buck. I feel like you're already setting it up
majorly.
And I know that Oliver knows that Buck has ADHD, and he has put a stamp of approval on that. So, just saying.
Yeah, I just like the way that we've been able to like kind of interpret that that scene from the last episode where, Gerard is berating him just before the buzzsaw almost buzz kills him. I was so proud of that.
You should be proud because I'm like astonished that it took us that long.
I know.
I realized
was like, oh, he just got killed by a buzz that wasn't a bee, or almost killed by a buzz that wasn't a bee. And that's pretty clever. Like, let's be real. But anyways, back to like the way like the cinematography like focused on Buck and like the overstimulation. And then the
repeating negative thoughts that like you think about yourself that other people are reinforcing in your head just on repeat, because it wasn't just what Gerard was saying to him then, like it was shit on repeat. So, and then just the camera work of like zooming further and further in as he's like basically dissociating because he's overstimulated and he can't like deal with it. It was just so good.
I loved some of the like discourse that I saw on Twitter and stuff about how like
Eddie's voice.
He felt. No,
okay.
I was gonna say something else about how like is this how Buck has felt in like so many other instances? Like but we see it from that like point of view, which is so fantastic. So a lot of people were talking about like the shooting in season 4 and just like, so I can't think of any other examples at the moment, but like there are other examples, and just kind of like, oh, now we see it like through his eyes. And I think something also 911 does really well is specifically with Buck, like when they do like the POV, like either an episode that is essentially in the POV of a character, and a lot of times it's Buck, but not always. And I think they do that really well also. Like they're able through like the visual medium to really allow us to get in their heads. And it's so good. I love it.
I'm excited to get even deeper into Buck's head and Eddie's head this season.
So deep.
It's gonna be so good. I know it's gonna eat because it's season 8.
We're gonna say it 8.
It took me a second. I don't know.
Well. Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think some of the reactions that I'm seeing like on Twitter, everyone's like or a lot of people are like, it's still early, but like season 8 better than season 7. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to say things too soon, but also kind of like,
I'm gonna say things too soon, and I'm gonna say, with the exception of one episode, I think season 8 is gonna be better than 7.
What's the one episode?
The exception of one episode from season 7, or
correct.
Of what?
Of season, with the exception of one episode, because that one episode is, I'm talking about episode 4.
Buck bothered and bewildered.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were choosing the correct episode.
Still has good opinions.
I know. Well, I mean, I would have accepted 5 as well. I think because they're like.
Why would I pick 5?
Because what do you mean? Why would you pick 5?
That's not the basketball game.
No, but there's the buddy of it all.
Oh, the ending. You mean the one where it just frustrates me and pisses me off?
Well, him spiraling the whole time, like talking to Maddie, like, I lied to my best friend.
There's too many gems in 4. Too many gems.
Yeah, no, 4 is a literally a perfect episode. It's perfect. I will take no.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Input.
I will also argue that so far 801 and 802 have been pretty perfect. Again, I haven't rewatched them. Obviously, I haven't rewatched the one that just aired like 2 hours ago, or an hour ago.
I will say, I I better continue seeing the statistics of how long Buck and Eddie have like screen time together because it's insane. I mean, someone said what 11 minutes for episode 1?
Yeah, we love that.
11 minutes 33 seconds, but who's counting?
I'm not,
definitely not Eddie.
Wasn't me. Oh, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
I think that 8 is going to be better than 7. And I, like, without even seeing the rest of 8, because I think 7 is important because it was a restructuring season.
Yes.
So I think it served its purpose in that.
Yes.
Because it was
essentially. Sorry, go ahead.
Because it's reintroducing these characters, not like to the core audience, but to like it's on a new network.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the showrunner who hasn't been there since season 4 came back, so it's like it's just kind of like realigning, you know, just putting it on the train of the train track that he wants it to go on, and to like kind of reintroduce the characters without like rehashing things in a way where it seems like you're just summarizing like here's this character and everything they've been through in the past 6 seasons. So I think it does a really good job in the purpose that I think it served. But as a whole, no. 8's gonna be better.
It's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do like to hedge my bets, but with what we've been given so far and the fact that 7 was such a restructuring, and also that we know that 8 is going to have the room that it really needed to breathe for these storylines that we didn't quite get last season, and also I don't think that their backs are going to be up against the wall like writing things at maximum 2 weeks in advance before shooting, like
writing a scene right before they have to perform it
before. Yeah. I think crazy. So I think like having just like the breathing room is going to help a lot for this season. And it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of like self-referential because like 7, I mean, even just with the merit of having 10 episodes like season 1. So that's kind of interesting, and having it be the new season on a new one network. But like how it was so closely paralleling 2, and I think 8 is also it was paralleling 2 and it was paralleling 4, and I think 8 is also going to be paralleling
2 and 4,
3 and 2 and 4, and like I don't know, like I'm already like picking up certain elements that. Well, it's also paralleling 5 by bringing back the air traffic control people from the season 5 emergency.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's just like the whole thing is being very self-referential, and then the hot shots, which is just like very obviously meta narrative.
Oh my god!
So it's being self-referential on top of being self-referential, and it's just like because then you also got like their own pipe person emergency from season 1, and it's like I can't wait until we see more hot shot stuff.
They could make an entire hot shots show and I would watch that shit.
Yes, absolutely.
I would watch that shit like a soap opera. It would be great.
Oh my god. I mean, we kind of watch this like a soap opera, but
I mean
it's more than a soap opera because it's, you know what I mean. But
there are elements, but the characterizations themselves, no,
better. Yeah, way better, mucho better. But yeah, it's like I can't wait to see more of Hot Shots. I really can't. That's been, I think, one of the things that I've been looking forward to the most. Like besides the everything else about it, that's not necessarily so like. Oh, I can't wait to meet Chuck and Freddie, or Brock and Teddy, or whatever their names are going to be, because you know it's going to be something like that.
Oh my god.
Like,
and
this Jen
about us?
Is this
They
about
gotta.
us? I can't wait for the 118 to watch an episode of the Hot Shots and just kind of be like, or catch a scene or whatever, and just kind of be like, huh? Like that was us, right? Like,
Is
that's
this
supposed
play
to be
about us?
Yeah. So that'll be amazing, and just kind of like it's almost like poking fun at the show and the audience, or like the meta narrative of it all is poking fun at the show and the audience in the way
It's
that
also
like
poking
Supernatural
fun.
tried to do.
Yeah, but they're doing it successfully. They're also poking fun.
They're poking fun at themselves too.
Yes, but they're poking fun at the perception of what people think the show is, I think, too. So they're just, they've got a lot of layers to this, and it's really fucking funny. Inactivity? Yes. What do you mean? Live will end. I'm still here. I am also here.
I am also here. Wait, inactivity where?
I had to prove I was still here. I don't know.
Oh.
It's because this camera thing is maybe too small. I don't know.
Oh.
It's still fine. It just was like, you need to prove you're here or we're going to end. So. Which is weird because like there's the video source from me happening with audio. Anyway.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I know that we were like hoping that Bobby would come back really soon, and like that may or may not happen, but like I kind of want him to stay there longer just because it's really funny.
It's so funny. Why do we have the wrong title up on our live?
What do you mean?
On TikTok.
What do you mean?
Oh, it still says mustache funeral.
I changed it.
It's funny. It's fine. It's like we're counting down the weeks.
That's true. We're always having a mustache funeral in our hearts.
I know.
For mustache truthers.
That photo shoot day one. Today, am I right? Wow.
Can we stop doing this on work days? Like, can we agree to release these things after 5 or the weekend?
The magazine cover, the most recent one, that dropped at like 2 a.m. And yeah.
Which one?
And I was like, the most recent one,
the professor looking picture.
Oh yeah.
That one dropped today, but the cover dropped last night. Huh?
Meg's here.
Meg is on.
Hi, Meg. Yeah, so the cover dropped last night, and I was just like, it's 2 a.m. What's happening? Yeah, they need to stop doing that.
Tell us about your feelings. You can, Meg, if you want to join, you can join.
Yes, Meg.
Request to join on voice. We'll add you. Can I do it? Multi-guest. Invite. No viewers or friends to invite. Wow, we have no friends.
Oh. I think
How do I do
Meg
it?
has to like click in. I don't know.
Meg, I think there's a button where you can like ask to be a part of it. I know. She's older than us. Especially with technology.
Oh dear.
I wish I knew how, like, does anyone have their phone? No, everyone's using their phones. Okay. I was gonna say, can someone look?
I'm seeing it on my computer, but that doesn't help.
If you can tell what it looks like. Oh, I deleted TikTok from my iPad. Well,
that's
Meg is going to be our first guest host. It's so exciting.
Yes.
I think that's dropping in November?
Sometime in November.
November.
Probably.
Yay. I mean, I could add her to StreamYard. I'll just add you to send you a StreamYard invite. Yeah. And you can just join on voice. You don't have to be on camera. You can't see my other screen, can you?
No, it's fine. It's no.
Okay.
No. It just saw the little pop-up.
I sent you an invite on the Twitter.
The Twitter.
La Twitter.
Okay, Fangirlish has a review out.
Okay.
But it's not like
is
an
it 10s across the board? 10.
I haven't read it yet.
That's a song. Sorry.
I know. But I do like it. Lizzie. On
oh yeah.
So she writes the reviews for Fangirlish. So we'll check that out in a little bit, maybe.
In a little bit. I'm just obsessed with the shot of Bobby on top of the fire truck blocking LA traffic.
Me too.
My wife's landing this plane here. Get out of the car or perish.
Didn't they have another emergency where they were standing on top of the fire engine and like a plane was coming in? Was it the like the parachuter person who like was unconscious? Maybe. I don't remember.
I was thinking about the time that Lucy and Buck had to
with the car.
Yeah.
A little
I think they had to rappel down from or jump from the fire truck, the top of it, right? Yeah.
I was thinking of the one with the plane where they were grabbing the
Can you add Meg?
Yeah. Hi,
Meg! You gotta unmute
Our
yourself.
Friend Meg.
Oh, bye, Meg.
Hi, Meg. I could have unmuted you for you.
Oh my god. She's so good at technology.
Oh my gosh.
When I went to visit her for her birthday, it took 4 of us to figure out how to use the smart TV there.
Oh no.
Meg, come back to me.
Baby, come back.
I was like, come back. Like,
I know. Titanic. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay. You're still muted. Don't do anything. No! Why does she keep doing?
What did you do?
Meg, what are you doing?
Oh no.
I'm dead. The browser has blocked your mic and camera? Edit your browser settings. Okay, yeah. Edit your browser settings, Meg. Is she on her phone? That might be why.
Probably.
You have to say accept to everything.
Yeah. There should be a pop-up asking you if you're on your phone, because that looks like a phone screenshot. Yeah, go to a computer. You do that. We know it works there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people on Twitter talking about like season 3 tsunami arc, season 8 bees and plane arc, like shaking hands and feeling like we're going back to season 2 and 3 of 911, and I think they're right. It feels like it.
What is going to happen in the next episode to up the ante of this? I'm so curious.
Yeah. I mean, you mean to up the ante of like the emergency before it like concludes?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like they're not going to make it to the airport, for one thing.
No.
So I think that's that might play a part in it.
Is this from an article or is this an interview? Oh, it's from Fangirlish.
Oh, should we read the review?
We can read it.
It's a long review.
I can read this highlighted section that Cherry posted, which seems like it's probably the Buddie portion of it.
The takeaway.
One sec. We don't get to dwell on it, but 911 Season 8, Episode 2, When the Boeing Gets Tough, showcases the Buck and Eddie dynamic in a pretty interesting way, as Buck gets in his head after Gerard is taken to the hospital. Eddie, who we all know is having a hard time, we've seen him, there's a mustache to prove it, participating in dance parties, and by all intents and purposes, oh my god, Meg is here!
Okay, yay! So I put a bedtime thing on my phone, so I go to bed.
Oh.
And it made me unable to do anything on my
phone.
So the nanny
no, you're geriatric, go to sleep.
It's time to go to sleep, but 911 has called me. And so
are you answering the call?
What's your emergency?
Dehydration, because I'm so thirsty.
Oh. Wait. We need to know your thoughts.
My thoughts. I think Athena Grant needs a fucking break. That's my thought. My number one thought forever is give this woman a break. And oh gosh, I am so shocked. Tommy hasn't landed the plane.
I was so thankful. I was like, oh, Jimmy, thank goodness you're here.
Like, honestly, the idea was just stupid.
Well, yeah. First of all.
Not even because of the Tommy of it all. But I love that air traffic control was like, we don't know what to do. We're going to find someone who is a flight instructor who can teach you can help you how to do this.
Which makes sense.
They don't know how to fly planes. They just know where to tell them to go.
Yeah.
Right. And even if you know how to fly a plane, knowing how to fly a plane and teaching someone in high pressure is not the same thing.
Yeah.
So, no, I thought it was really fun. I feel like it would have been more fun had my children not interrupted me to make it take 2.5 hours to watch the episode, so I didn't quite get the
flow of it. Oh man, it was so good.
It was really like ramping up and then down and then up and then down. Yeah.
No, I thought they did such a good job building the tension. I loved it. I loved everyone dancing and Buck being like, what the fuck, you guys? I just almost killed this man and you're all really excited.
Yeah. And he's like, so?
And he's like, we're free, baby.
It was giving the energy of like at the bachelor party when Buck's like depressed because Chip never showed up.
It's okay. He was
Eddie's idea of like trying to comfort him is like, well, maybe she'll get married again.
Yeah, right. You can go to her next wedding, her third wedding. It's fine. She could be 0 for 2 for husbands, but you got a next one. And what a great comforting conversation to have, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Sure, but he's like, Eddie's just ignoring the part where he could have killed him. He's just like, you saved him. It's fine. Dance party.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Don't worry about it. And it's like, of course, Buck is going to worry about it.
He
can't let things go.
You know him, baby. But I also think that for everyone else, like, this is Buck's first time ever feeling marginalized. Like, it's his first time not being privileged. And it's everyone else's how many times of being like
baby's first discrimination.
Yeah, baby's first discrimination. And everyone else is like, this is just kind of how it is. And that's why I loved that everyone else is like, when Hen became captain, time for a dance party. And Buck is just like, I don't know what to do. Was I wrong? Did I do a bad?
I think he was pretty definitively, I almost did a bad, and it just so happened to work out in my favor because he was all like,
so
I
well.
wanted to hit him.
You know, he's gonna go golfing.
He's gonna spiral about
driving range with Gerard, because I feel like he's gonna have a lot of big feelings about wanting to just hit him and instead saving him. So he's gonna be like, oh no, I have to like,
I owe him something now.
Oh, interesting.
So it might wait, it might be
like
be
reverse.
A reverse, like you know, when
how like normally if you save someone, they feel like they owe you, but he feels like he has to make it up because
well, they also
he doesn't
said
know his own motives.
They said Gerard's not gonna act like a normal person about this.
That's what Oliver said.
Maybe Gerard, but also maybe Gerard is going to be like really weird about it, and Buck is going to feel obligated to do all this shit with Gerard. Like, you saved my life, let me set you up with my daughter. And be like, I like you too.
Oh my God.
You have a son. Also, don't set me up with any of your children, because if they're like you, yikes.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. It's gonna be a Godfather situation, which no one actually wants.
No, I'm kind of wondering if it really will be like a reverse like savior complex sort of thing where like Gerard just like wants absolutely nothing to do with him, and Buck is like overcompensating with guilt and like intent to harm. So he's trying to like extra, he's now like, so he'll do like a total 180 instead of like his, you know, standing up and just kind of like talking back to authority and something. Like he's going to suck up so hard and just be like, no, it's fine, I didn't really want to kill you, but I did, but I didn't, but I'll show you that I won't.
In line with Buck too, where Buck is sitting here like, did I want to save him or did I actually want to kill this man? And then like, oh, like he goes so, he is 0 or 100 miles per hour in his relationships. So I think if he's especially freaking out that he maybe subconsciously just wanted to hit the guy instead of saving him, which is understandable and relatable. That he's gonna be like, oh shit, let me make up for that and become his best friend. For
and
one
then everyone
episode.
else is gonna
for one episode.
Everyone else is gonna be like,
no,
Buck, what are you doing?
Everyone else is gonna talk Buck down from the ledge because they haven't done that yet. They're just so excited that Gerard's not there that they didn't think, oh no, our baby boy is having a whole attack.
So do you think if he does this thing where he gets closer to him one way or another, do you think he's going to find out those uncomfortable truths about Tommy from Gerard?
Ooh.
I think that'd be a really interesting way to go about it.
Yeah. Because I feel like everyone brings like Hen and Chimney into the conversation, but like they haven't said anything about it yet. So like what would be the catalyst for them to do that then? So I wonder.
I also wonder if the uncomfortable truth is going to have nothing to do with it. Like part of me kind of wishes for that, just because I feel like Tommy's bigotry has become a weird point of contention, and I would love to see their incompatibility have nothing to do with work and nothing to do with that situation. Frankly, Tommy does not seem like he is around for a serious relationship.
He's around for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly, and that's totally fine, but I don't think that's what Buck's looking for. I think Buck is looking for
no. And he also wasn't trying to date Buck.
This poor desperate Buck just wants someone to see him and love him. And yeah, Tommy is exactly. I feel like the biggest thing about Tommy and why I don't think he's going to be around for very long is when they mentioned that they thought they were going to pair him up with Eddie, and Eddie, for scheduling stuff, the actress who was playing Natalia wasn't going to be able to be around for as long as the actress playing Marisol. And they're like, well, okay, he won't go after Eddie. He's going to go after Tommy or Buck, and then they'll date. I'm like, that just screams plot device to me, because if you
literally,
if you can move it around
that so easily, then you have no plan to keep this character around.
I also feel like if he was going to be a character that like is redeemed and has changed,
maybe
like aside from how
illustrate that,
like he treats Buck, like you would have to see some sort of growth for like the audience to like.
Yeah, but there's, I mean, they do that a lot with the love interest, that they don't really like establish.
Well, I know that
a lot of like character growth for them, but to what you were saying earlier, if you don't think that the uncomfortable truths are going to have to do with his bigotry in regarding to the workplace, do you think then that it would be something more like personal life, as in well, I don't know how this would work, because we see Tommy at Eddie's for Chris's birthday, but do you think like the whole Chris being gone and how it's affecting Buck, and Buck seeing Chris as like his kid is going to be maybe one of those uncomfortable truths, and Tommy's just like not as invested into it? Or the
I want the will to come up so bad.
Yeah, I would love the will to come up. I do think though that 3 months is not a very serious relationship. It's just not. And that's not like a dig on fucking Tommy. It's just not when you are in your 30s.
Especially when like you were just meeting each other.
Yeah. And
like there's no established anything happening there.
Yeah. And I think the idea of like your boyfriend or the person you're seeing like helping his buddy out with his kid issues and stuff like that, like that's one thing. But I think Buck's own feelings about Christopher and Buck's entanglement with Christopher and Eddie, especially if like say Tommy doesn't want to have kids, say that's just a situation that Tommy just doesn't understand the depth of that relationship yet, and that's fine that he doesn't, and it's not even anything against him.
Like he's happy to be there for like the birthday party, but like that's kind of the extent of it,
right? And he does not quite understand yet, because it was like Buck and Tommy got together and it was like great. Christopher left immediately, so Tommy really doesn't have any concept of where
Buck like seeing them together
lives in the Diaz family. Like he has no idea about the role Buck plays in that family, and I feel like
it's gonna come up.
That could be an issue that comes up, and it's not even like my buddy shipper things or anything like that, but if you're dating someone, if you're dating someone and you don't think they have kids and you don't want kids, and then you realize, oh wait, no, they have a kid.
Yeah.
Just not in the way that
it changes things.
It does. And who knows? But also Tommy's just a bigot.
Yeah.
It's not even, well, yes, but it's not even that. To me, if like I took everything else away, just the little bit of time that we've seen and how he treats Buck and how he's like dismissive of everything that Buck likes and wants to do and cares about.
Surface level.
And he's so blasé about everything, and like he's laughing when Buck's complaining about how shitty work is, like,
and how Gerard is taking credit for his ideas that he gets punished for. And he's just, I mean, it's not like he's laughing like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. He's laughing it off. And it's
because he doesn't understand him.
No.
He doesn't understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, it's hard to have someone who's really, really earnest and someone who's really, really sarcastic.
Yeah, and I don't think he cares to know Buck. Like he is just there because he hasn't made attractive and fun.
And Eddie didn't say yes first.
Yeah.
Like honestly though, and frankly, even Tommy was surprised that Buck was into Tommy.
Mhm.
Even Tommy was like, "Me? Really?
Are you sure?"
Like looking behind you.
Like, I guess so. It's like nobody was sure.
And people who like dismiss color theory and all of the other things, like that was a very clear writer's choice that the object of Buck's interest, quote unquote, was even surprised that he was the object of Buck's interest. Like that's really intentional. That's very purposeful. And
that was like the biggest clue in the writing for me.
And also, Buck is losing his mind when Tommy's not even around. When he just thinks Eddie might be talking to Tommy, Buck is losing his
I'm
shit.
sorry, who is he in the gym?
Yeah, the trying to all his lifting and looking so
down
hot,
bad,
grunting, moaning,
trying to get. Sorry, whose attention? The person on the phone.
Where was Tommy?
You can't see you, or the person who was there.
Tommy in the room with us.
And like, we don't even know that Eddie was talking to Tommy. That's what kills me.
That's
so
true.
Much.
It's so funny. He's the most unreliable narrator.
He could have been talking to his abuela.
I know.
But it's because Eddie looked like so like he was so
animated
expressive.
And excited.
Yeah. Yes. So he was like, of course he's talking to his new best friend who isn't me.
It's like, that's the best friend laugh. That's mine.
Yeah. Best friend.
It was probably Christopher.
Yeah, it was probably Chris.
all I want in life is for these two men to suffer and pine for each other. Like,
I want them to realize they're doing it, though.
I want them to know that that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then come together and be like, why are we so dumb?
We could have had this all the time. This whole time.
I just do.
No, my shoulder.
Just from gesticulating?
No, I hurt my shoulder a while ago.
Oh, okay.
And I jokingly call him my knob injury, but that's not very politically correct.
No.
On
my shoulder just hurts.
I'm gonna sign off.
Okay.
I need a moment. I just need to go to sleep, I think.
Today. Yeah, that's fine. It's been an exciting evening. So.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys whenever they decide to wreak havoc, hell, or whatever they decide to do tomorrow.
So at like 2 a.m.
Probably.
It's been a while since Tim Minear has dropped something at 2 a.m.
Oh God. Tim Minear, please go to sleep like a normal human being. Thank you. You're an old man anyway. All right, good night.
Good night, Sil.
I love you.
I feel like I booted her off.
No.
And now
she stayed like twice as long as she said she was going to when we started. She was really tired before the episode even started.
She had a long day.
Oh, it was good. I thought it was so fun.
I had a blast.
Like, I loved how they incorporated the 118, though, being like, this is the only fire station. Like, it made sense why Maddie would have called the 118 to like help them because it was Maddie. But like, it wasn't like, this is the only fire station in all of LA.
Pretty much.
And the actor from the show.
Treatment. Oh my God.
I love him.
We need to talk about
Bobby wants him dead. Bobby wants him dead.
Oh no, Bobby is done. He is cooked. But I love him.
His name Brad?
I love that he hopped in the engine.
I know. And Bobby was like, actually, I don't care if you die. It's whatever. We gotta go.
This man already signed a waiver.
Right. So like Bobby wants him just like dead or gone. And I think the actor, I think his name is Brad or something, just wants Bobby.
He's obsessed.
He's just there.
Bobby, which is fair.
He's so obsessed.
Like, I loved he was like the tsunami and the it was the cruise ship. Oh no, it was a tsunami and the cruise ship. And Bobby's like, yeah, both of those, but like I'm just gonna eat my bread.
I'm just gonna mind my own business and not relive my trauma.
Horrible place I've been sent to.
Yeah, I'm just here for crafty services. But no, I love it. I think I don't know why I adore this actor so much because he gets into under Bobby's skin so much.
Yes,
and that he's very
such a
much,
caricature.
Yeah, and I think it's a fun window into the world of the TV show 911.
Yeah.
And how I feel like the technical people so I don't know if I talked about this or if you knew this. Like the reason there's a lot of conversation about why they never show the driver of the engines on 911.
No, please tell.
Okay. So the person who's driving the engine in 911 is a retired firefighter.
Oh yeah. I did know this.
He just really likes driving the engines and he doesn't want to be on camera. So this is just an old retired firefighter who just likes to drive the engines around. Is like, just don't show. The most you ever see of him is when Eddie gets shot, and in that scene where they're all jumping into the engine, and you see the back of his head, and that's the most you ever see of this man. And he's just a retired firefighter who likes to drive the engine and doesn't want to be on camera at all. And I don't know. I thought it's so adorable. It's such a fun fact about the show.
Cute.
And I
also like, how cool is that to just like be a retired firefighter and just like, I'm just gonna drive this.
This is my favorite part of the job, and I don't have to go to any real emergencies. I get to just drive the big engines.
Oh my gosh.
There are no stakes.
I can't wait till we see there are no stakes. I can't wait till we see more of Hot Shots because it's just it's just going to be so fun to watch them point and laugh at themselves and also people who know what the show is and also just actors in general. And
isn't Hot Shots the name of Taylor Kelly's book?
Was it?
I thought it was Hot Shots, My Time with the 118.
Yeah. I mean, I know fan spaces.
No, I think legit her book was named Hot Shots, My Time with the 118. I can look it up, but if I'm wrong, I hope I'm not. I hope
I'll look it up.
Correct.
Oh, you got it, Rachel.
Because also,
I can.
I've been rewatching again, and Taylor Kelly should have lost her job. With the Jonah storyline.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because she took off the record sources and she used them, and that's just a violation of ethics.
Yeah, and it was interfering,
and you were endangering
investigation or whatever was happening. Does it say on here?
Yeah, I can look too.
I'm just on the fandom wiki, but I don't see it yet. I might have to go into the season 6.
Yeah, here we go. I'm on Reddit. I'm on 911 Reddit. Hold on. Where's the question? Okay. Someone asked, will there be any repercussions from Taylor Kelly's tell-all? What the fuck is happening?
I looked at that too, and that did not tell me what I wanted.
But I'm assuming because they're asking what the repercussions would be in canon and that it is referenced sometime in season.
It is okay.
Yes.
Damn it,
bring her back as an antagonist. I'm here for it.
Yeah. She kind of got squandered a little bit, and like it would have been so great.
Yeah, putting her as Buck's like girlfriend was just
that was a misstep.
It felt short-sighted.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like
it did.
Well, I took it as, well, we can't do the thing that we meant to do, so guess we're doing this now.
But like I remember seeing it on the show or whatever, and it was when he was dating Natalie or Natalia or whatever the fuck her name was.
Natalia.
He saw that her new book was on coming out, and it was on TV. And
that was when we saw. And yeah, I thought that was going to be a bigger plot point too, like the betrayal of like Taylor Kelly betraying everyone and like putting it in the book because they obviously didn't know about it. And if it's like her time at the 118, like they're going to be major.
Close to the Fire. I was wrong. Close to the Fire was the name of the book, I think. But either way,
I still want to think that it's based on.
I still want to think it's based off of it. Yeah.
Agreed.
Because especially in
will be confirmed if we see Chuck and Teddy.
I think especially in a season or like the last couple seasons where they've been so like kind of paralleling other seasons and everything like that and bringing things back, I think it's very reasonable to assume or to believe that like they would bring back this plot point in a way that's like kind of relevant and antagonistic because they're setting up the whole hot shot site ideas like antagonistic specifically to Bobby, but like it could be for
be for everyone.
It could be for everyone else because if they're being portrayed you know, like based on true events or whatever, like they need to be asked for that. So like when they're watching these things and it's gonna be like, is this play about us? It's gonna be like, yes, and also that's bad because it is based on you.
I want to see them watching the first episode and the credits roll and it's like based on the bestseller by Taylor Kelly.
It's an unauthorized book that you're based on.
Yeah. So I think it's very reasonable to think that they could bring her back.
Yeah, and I would love that they did. I would love that if they brought her back as an antagonist because as a journalist, as a reporter, like it makes sense that she would still be in their periphery or in their universe and stuff like that. Especially when
that's how she got her big break.
Well, and when it comes to this plane crash that's about to happen, like that's boring, and to see her in that and kind of like
would be interesting.
I think that would be exciting, and I think it would be fun.
Yeah, and then
I really love this like arc so far for the beginning of season 8.
Yeah, it's really good.
Very exciting. I don't feel like any time has been wasted at all.
No, it's been used. The pacing has been utilized very, very well. But just to bring it back to Taylor Kelly really quickly, I would be very interested to see if like she comes up with this whole like, you know, stuff, news story with the plane and the traffic on the highway, something like that. Because then obviously she would have to interact with Buck, and how would that go with one, Buck knowing that he's bisexual, having a boyfriend, and would we finally get that like once they kind of get over their like antagonistic thing because he knows that she's like super ambitious and kind of like puts the job first and everything like that, would we get to finally see kind of their you know, like antagonistic best friendship where she just like gives it to him like super straight and maybe helps him like be able to unmask certain things or like realize certain things. And
I think she killed any shot she had at being friends with him.
Yeah,
I think he forgave her so many times.
I think it would also be really interesting if we ever saw her again, because I don't think we will see her in this, but with her source of the LAFD that she exploited, even though she was not supposed to use them because of her alleged journalistic integrity. With that source, with that well dried up, I don't know what kind of stories she is able to come up with. Because all of her stories, all of her good, hard-hitting stories came from information that she learned through her connection with Buck.
Yeah.
And without that, how much work is she actually putting into to get the stories? And like I said, rewatching
who's ever been with has been using him.
Yeah, rewatching the Jonah episode just made me really, really mad because, like, she should have lost her job. She should have lost all credibility as a journalist because she I can't even remember the word. She betrayed the trust of her sources or of the people that she was talking to, saying things off the record. Like, you can't do that. If you want to, like, not even as an official thing, like, you could keep your job, but no one is going to talk to you ever again.
What was I going to say? Shit.
I'm going to talk about the 10-year-old who's helping land the plane. Like a
oh my god, he was so cute.
He was adorable. And I knew as soon as that I saw that broken leg, I was like, this is going to be another compartment syndrome thing from Bones. And I'm going to have to watch someone slice up a leg again.
No, we did not look.
That was
we were like
terrifying.
I can't deal with the broken leg things, man. Like, everything else is pretty much fine, but the broken leg shit always gets to me.
I know you have some trauma around a broken leg. It's because you tried to leave my state.
I broke my leg after coming home from visiting her.
Yeah, she came to visit me, and on her way home, she broke her leg real bad.
Oh no!
Hannah just never should have left. I feel like is the
lesson. I mean, preventative medicine right there.
That's the lesson. Just stay here.
Or kidnapping.
In hindsight,
tomato.
In hindsight, you would have stayed another couple of days.
Yeah, maybe.
But
oh my god,
my goodness.
What was I gonna say? Oh. If we do see Taylor Kelly or anyone that Buck has dated in the past, I think that it would be a really good little plot device for them to make this thing happen that I see in fic all the time. But I think it could possibly happen on the show where, like, somehow, like, they run into each other and he's like, oh, I came out recently, like, I'm bisexual or something. And they're like, oh, you finally figured stuff out with Eddie. Finally.
Yeah.
And then he's just blue screen.
Honestly, like, I kind of want to say Anna would be a great one.
Oh,
that would have a whole other, like, crisis situation.
Oh my god. Or to be like, oh, are you still with Taylor? And to be like, oh no,
I have a boyfriend now.
I have a boyfriend now.
You and Eddie finally figured. Like, that would add a whole other wrinkle if Buck's not ready to to confront that situation. I want that. I've decided. I just want pain.
That's ridiculous.
I want them to hurt so
angst
much.
and pining.
Yeah. Give it to us.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I will have another.
Give me 14 of them right now. Actually, I probably have like 14 of those kind of things up on.
I'm like,
at least. Oh my god, why does this keep falling? It really wants to pan down and show you my desk, apparently.
Likes your mug.
Yeah. Well, yes.
I might be ready to.
Yeah, I gotta hop off of here soon because I gotta pack in the morning to drive down to visit Lauren for the second time in 3 weeks.
Tell her hi.
But yeah, we haven't packed at all. TJ went to sleep at 9, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go do all this stuff, and then we'll wake up in the morning, and I'm sure that will go very smoothly.
Well, next year I will be somewhere in your general vicinity for a few days.
Heard that before.
Wow.
No, it's real this time.
Is it?
Yeah.
This time. Oh dear.
Well, last time we talked about a pandemic came around and that kind of kiboshed a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So Han shouldn't leave your state and you shouldn't visit Han.
Don't tell her. She's literally never visited me.
Well, that's why.
It is my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay.
I've visited you twice now.
And then you broke your leg because you left me.
The first time. I didn't break my leg the second time.
Well, there's that.
I literally, in the back of my mind, was like, if anything fucking happens to me on my way home, I'm never visiting Meg again.
Oh my gosh.
Han came to see me for my 40th birthday, and it was the best gift ever.
I am the best gift.
You're welcome. The best gift.
You are.
Then we did the rent fair, and I drank too much, and
it was great.
Time. Not nearly as much as I drank the next time I went to the rent fair.
Well, it was like 6:30 a.m. and made me watch the tsunami arc.
Oh,
it was my birthday.
Can't say no on your birthday.
Okay, Hannah was already awake.
Yes.
At 6:30.
I just came out of the room.
Can't sleep when I'm not home.
I just came out of the room because I wake up at 5:30 every day, no matter what. I just came out and there she was, and I was like, "Hey, Han, you want to watch the 911?" And Hannah was like, oh, "Okay, well, we have to really I'm rewatching it episode for the podcast." I'm like, "It's my birthday. You have to watch the tsunami arc with me because it's my favorite." And Hannah
oh my god, torture!
And watched it all with me. It's my favorite. I love it so much.
It's great.
I mean, it's so good.
Yeah. No, that's when we were saying we weren't going to watch anything after season 1 until we finished season 1.
Right.
So this was my exception. I was like, I had to. Sorry.
Yeah, it was your birthday.
It was required.
That's all. That's fine.
Especially because I'm the one who begged for years to watch the show.
And now I'm the one with the podcast. The math on that.
I will take partial blame for that.
Yeah, no, it is.
We just kind of roped Hannah into it. We were like,
I was at my best friend's wedding. Got a text from them that was like vague, alluding to something about a podcast. And I was like, what? And you guys were like, oh, we'll talk about it when you get back. I was like, no, you're going to explain yourselves right the fuck now.
I love it.
And they were just like 911 podcast. And I was like, okay, we're going to have to talk about this later. I can't think
and
about
I was like, let's do it now.
Yeah.
I love it so much because that means I get to attack Han constantly about 911. And I made new friends who also watch 911 and who have the same very sophisticated humor as I have.
Oh my God.
It's so good. You have such a wonderful sense of humor.
Witty.
Oh my God. Yeah, y'all. Meg is gonna be on the Buck Actually episode.
Yeah.
And
so 208.
208. It'll be sometime in November. We don't know yet because we have a couple special episodes coming out.
Timey-wimey stuff.
Timey-wimey. But these two just was a mistake to introduce them. But
no, it was a great decision.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Rachel clearly needs like a cheerleader for her amazing jokes and puns.
I can't tell you, like, when we're editing the podcast and where I'm editing and like I make one of these stupid silly puns that I think are funny, and then it's just like silence.
It's not okay.
Both of them.
It's silence, like, well, but I'm doing this. I'm doing like I'm rolling my eyes.
That's not better. The eye rolling isn't better.
Listen, I'll tell you a secret. It's not a secret. You both know this. I think all of that's funny. I live with someone, like I chose someone to spend my life with who has that, right? But like, I've got to make you work for it. I can't give you an ego, okay? So I only laugh out loud about the best ones. So,
you
know,
try
really
harder is what you're saying. Make more.
Do better is what I'm saying.
Make more.
Better is get laughs.
It's about quantity
and quality,
because they're all high quality.
Yes, thank you.
All of the jokes are high quality, just have better quantity is what I'm hearing.
It's really debatable.
High quality.
I don't know if you've listened to like an episode where we need to put a counter up for how many earthquake puns Rachel has made or how many well references. We're not even there yet.
And I'm going to continue making them.
Oh, here's the thing. My favorite new joke that I've heard was, where does a mansplainer get his water? A well, actually.
That's it. I think that's a great way to close this out.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
You're facing into the microphone that was a great joke.
Yes.
That
is the reaction that you and I are looking for.
It's the correct reaction to a brilliant joke. My husband has not stopped making that joke since we went to the Ren Fair, where we heard that joke.
Where did we hear that joke?
You didn't hear it. We went.
Oh, it was when you went again. Okay.
Yeah, on the pub crawl.
Oh boy. Oh, I love that so much.
Thank you all for joining us from the Buddie System Podcast and Meg.
And thank you, Meg.
And Meg.
For joining us. And Meg.
It was so much fun. This episode was so much fun. And we will see you all next week. Or in the meantime, if you miss us, you can
listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast. You can join our Patreon and talk to us. You can talk to us on social media.
Join our Discord.
Which is free.
Through Patreon. Free
Patreon. Yeah.
And
talk to us. Meg's there too.
Meg's there.
I am there. And I'm just as hilarious.
And then we have
a preview.
It's gonna be fantastic. And then we have our new episode that came out today. We'll have a new one next week, next Thursday. It's the big 911 day. And I think we'll try to do a live stream again next week after the episode.
The episode. I think that's what we're gonna do now instead of during the episode.
Yeah.
Because we have some trouble with like connectivity and like being distracted trying to watch the episode. So yeah. And then we can talk to you forever after it's over.
Whenever the episode where Buck and Eddie finally kiss, please send me the link to join the after episode.
Immediately.
As an OG.
I don't know if we'll be able to go live. We'll have ascended.
No,
it'll just be screaming.
They will call 911 on me because I won't stop.
Send the link and we'll just be like this. It'll be great. It'll be.
I look forward to that day very soon.
Yeah. Oh, but listen to this week's episode. It's probably one of, if not my favorite one that we've done so far.
Me too.
So,
and it's the longest one. So if
you want to listen, it's an hour of slow burn. So
yes,
if you like Buck and Eddie,
specifically Buck and Eddie,
you want to hear about that shit for an hour.
Which I think we've been kind of promising.
Yes.
But
much like the show itself.
Yeah.
Listen, we're working off canon.
I mean,
here,
we talk about it every episode. But this was the longest one.
We were talking about it before Eddie was even there in every episode.
Yep.
That is true.
Yeah. In the trenches.
Not as much as you, but
No, yeah, definitely not as much as
the
you.
Strongest soldier.
You are
the strongest soldier.
Earlier, Rachel and I were
like
like, we feel really spoiled because this feels like, because this is our first live premiere, right? Because we didn't start watching live until, was it the wedding episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the wedding episode.
I watched 705 live, actually.
Okay.
I watched a week before you guys.
But if it helps, I was like a frog in boiling water. Like, the water was cool when I got in. And I didn't realize until it was too late that I was boiling in shipper hell. Once again.
Oh my god.
Made a mistake.
Yeah. I tried so hard. My face looks so big.
But I'm glad we're here now.
Me too.
I'm so glad we're here now. And that we
so
get
glad
to
that
share this
all
together.
I think about all the time.
Yeah.
There are worse things to think about. Trust me.
That's true. If I fill my head with 911, nothing else exists. It's great.
Exactly. Let me live in that universe, and please don't let me read anything what's happening in our world right now.
No.
I think I would prefer all of the disasters in the 911 universe right now. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Solid. Yes.
Anyways, we'll be here next week. Listen to the podcast, The Buddie System.
Come talk to us.
Come talk to us. We have so many
Thanks
thoughts.
so much for letting me come bug you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I have to press all the buttons.
You have to press all the buttons.
I know.